Hello students, welcome all of you in online lecture series of microprocessor and microcontroller subject, in which today we are going to discuss the evolution of 8051 microprocessor and what are the architecture of 8051 microprocessor. So today is our 19th lecture on this subject. So my name is Pooja Subhashrao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. So in last lecture we have studied what are the basic things that is which is related to the microcontroller, and that are what is microcontroller. So the basic introduction of microcontroller, which consists of what is the classification. So microcontrollers are differentiate between four types, that is 4-bit memory, instruction set and architecture. So again we will see what is the basic block diagram of the microcontroller and what are the operations of that, and what are the features of microcontroller, again with advantages and disadvantages. Here are some advantages also and disadvantages also. Again, what are the applications which is using in day to day life, and which is in industrial applications and embedded system application. So this is all about last lecture we have studied. So from today lecture we will discuss the what is the history of microcontroller, and what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller, and the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. So we will see one by one. First of all, the first single chip for the microprocessor, it was 4-bit, which is developed by the Intel company 404 and released in the 1971, with other or more capable processors which is already available over the next several years, and this however all required the external chips to implement a working system. So the raising total system cost and making it impossible to economically computerize applications, the first system on a chip optimized for control applications, this is microcontroller, and this was developed in the developed by the company which is Intel 8048, and this company is released in 1976 with both, that is RAM as well as ROM on the same chip. So this chip would find its way into over 1 billion PC keyboards and other numerous applications also. So most of the microcontrollers at that time had two variants, one had a erasable, that is EPROM, EPROM program memory, which was significantly more expensive than the PROM or variant, which was only programmable memory. So the basic difference is what? Program memory and programmable memory. So the evolution of microcontroller has undergone the significant change since early of 1970. So the development of the microcontroller in this way, in 1971, the basic module, that is Intel 404, was developed and having the processor of 4-bit. Then in 1974, the processor is built up with 8-bit, and the company name is Intel 8085. Then after some years, after 2 years, then in 1976, again 8-bit processor developed by Intel 8048. Then after next version of this, that is 8-bit with ROM having less memory, this model is developed by the Intel 8031. Then after that in 1980 there was a development in microprocessor with mask ROM, and this module is developed by the Intel 8051. So the basically microcontroller, basic microcontroller. And in 1978 there is a 16-bit microcontroller developed, which is the name of the company is 8086 Intel. After that in 1984 Atmel 89C51 is developed with 8-bit flash memory. Then after that in 1985 there is a microchip developed, PIC, having the name that is PIC 16C64, and this is having the processor of 8-bit. After that in 1985 there is again developed version is available, that is Motorola 68HC11 having 8-bit processor with on-chip ADC. And after that in 1996 there is AVR developed with RISC architecture. Everyone knows what is the RISC architecture, reduced instruction set, that is we have already studied in last lectures of this subject. So this is all about the history of microcontroller. Then next one is, what is the difference, what is the basic difference in microprocessor and microcontroller. So we will see. First of all, with a block diagram, we will go through the block diagram, that is microprocessor having the processor, serial interface, timer, input output ports, read only memory and read write memory. But and these all blocks are connected with the system bus. Then in microcontroller there is a microcontroller, read only memory, read write memory, then input output port, serial interface. But there is one block is missing, that is system bus. There is no having, it is not system bus. Then microprocessor is a heart of the computer, while the microcontroller is a heart of embedded system. Then it's just a processor with memory and input output components have to be connected externally. And in microcontroller it has external processor along with the internal memory and input output components. So this is another difference. The next one, since in memory the input and output has to be connected externally, the circuit becomes large. If we are connecting external devices to it, it becomes large circuit. But since memory and input output are present internally, the circuit becomes small. Again, it cannot be used in compact systems and hence it is inefficient to use. But it in microcontroller it can be used in compact systems and hence it is an efficient technique. The next one is, next parameter is cost. The cost of the entire system is increases because we have to attach external devices to the microprocessor. But in microcontroller, cost of the entire system is low because all these components or all the system are inbuilt. The next one is, due to the external components, the entire power consumption is high. So the voltage requirement is high. Hence, it is not suitable to use with devices which is running on stored power like batteries. And in microcontroller, since external components are low, then the total power consumption is less as compared to the microprocessor. So we can be used with the devices which is running on stored power like batteries. The next one is, most of the microprocessors do not have power saving features. But in microcontroller, most of the microcontrollers having power saving modes like ideal mode, power saving mode, and this mode helps to reduce the power consumption even further. The next one is memory and input output components. These are all external and each instruction will lead external operations, hence it is relatively slower circuit compared to the microcontroller. The next one is, the components are internally attached, or most of the operations are internally instructed. That's why the speed is fast. Then in microprocessor having less number of registers, hence the operation are memory based. Because we have to we have to perform any operation on the microprocessor, we have to use external memory. That's why the operation is memory based. And in microcontroller, it having more number of registers, hence the program are easier to write. That means we can store the our program or whatever the data we have to store, we can store it into the registers because here number of registers are available inside. Then in microprocessor are based on von Neumann model or von Neumann architecture, where the program and data which is stored in same memory module. And in microcontrollers are based on hardware architecture, and when program memory and data memory are separate. Then last one is it is mainly used for the personal computers. Microprocessor are used for the personal computers, while microcontroller are used to the washing machines, MP3 players. These are applications of the microcontroller. So this is all about the basic differences of microprocessor and microcontroller. The next we will see what is the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. First of all, we have to know that what is 8051 microcontroller. So the microcontroller is designed in the year of 1981, and the company name is Intel. So the microcontroller is one kind of integrated circuit which include 40 pins with the dual inline packages or DIP. So the RAM of 128 bytes and 16-bit timers of 2, which is based on the requirement, or it include addressable and programmable 4 parallel 8-bit ports. So this is the requirements of 8051 microcontroller. But in the 8051 microcontroller architecture, the system bus which plays a key role to connect all the devices to the CPU. Then this bus includes data bus, that it having 8-bit data bus and 16-bit address bus, which control the all signals, and other devices which can also be interfaced throughout the system bus, like port memory, interrupt control, serial interface, then the CPU, timers, etc. Also there are 2 buses in 8051 microcontroller, one bus for the program memory and another for the data. So as the result, it has 2 storage rooms for both the programs, and the data of 64 KB by 8 sizes. So the microcontroller comprises of the 8-bit accumulator and 8-bit processing unit. So it is also consist of the 8-bit B register as a majorly functioning block of the 8051 microcontroller. So the also it having several registers like 8-bit registers and 16-bit registers. 8-bit means single register, that is A, B, C, D, E, H and L. And if we are using 16-bit means we have used here pair of register, that is HL, like 8-bit plus 8-bit, that is 16-bit registers. So this is all about the basic things for microcontroller. Then next we will see block diagram. What is the block diagram of microcontroller? It having interrupt control, CPU, oscillator, then 4 kilobyte of ROM, bus control, then 128 byte of RAM, input output ports, then timers, then serial ports, and these are all connected with the bus. So we will see the detailed architecture by unit one by one. First unit is CPU, that is central processing unit. In this unit, you may be familiar with that. So everyone knows the CPU. What is CPU? CPU is a mind of any processing machine, whatever it may be. So it may be your computer, it may be your controller or anything. So it scrutinises and manages all the processes that are carried out in the microcontroller. So the user has no power over the functioning of the CPU, and interprets the program which is printed in storage space. Means what? Storage space is a ROM, and carries out all of them and does the projected duty. And CPU manages the different type of registers in the 8051 microcontroller. So the function of CPU is this. The next one is interrupts. The interrupt unit is what? the heading put forward like interrupt is a subroutine call that reads the microcontroller's key function or job and help it to perform some other program which is extra important than. Then the characteristics of 8051 interrupt is extremely constructive as it aids in emergency cases. If you have any emergency, you can use this. So interrupts provide us a method to postpone or a delay of the current process. If you have getting some delay in your circuit, at that time you can use these interrupts. So the delay of the current process, the carry out a subroutine task and then all over again restart standard program implementation. Then the microcontroller 8051 can assemble in such a manner that it momentarily stops or break the core program at the happening of the interrupt. So when the subroutine task is finished, then the implementation of the core program initiate automatically as usual. So there are 5 interrupts which supplies in 8051 microcontroller. From that 2 out of 5 that are peripheral interrupts and 2 are timer interrupts and 1 is serial port interrupt. So this is all about interrupts. The next one is memory. Memory unit is what? Memory means what? Storage. So the microcontroller needs a program that is a set of commands, and this program enlightens the microcontroller to perform precise tasks. So these programs need a storage space on which they can be accumulated and interpreted by the microcontroller to act upon a specific process. For this we have to brought a memory. So the memory which is brought into play to accumulate the program of the microcontroller is recognized as a program memory or code memory. So in common language we can known as the read only memory or ROM. Also microcontroller needs memory to a mass data or operands for the short term. So the storage space which is employed to monetarily data in random access memory or RAM. For this principle, microcontroller 8051 contain code memory or program memory and having 4K. So 4 KB ROM, and it also comprises of data memory, that is RAM of 128 bytes. So this is all about memory. Then if we have to connect one block to the another, you need a bus. So fundamentally bus is a group of wires which function as a communication channel or means the transfer of data. So these buses comprises 8, 16 or more cables. As a result, a bus can bear 8 bits, 16 bits or altogether. So there are 2 types of buses, that is address bus and data bus. So address bus means what? Microcontroller 8051 which consists of a 16-bit address bus, and it is brought into the play to address memory positions. Also it is utilized to transmit the address from the central processing unit to memory. The next one is data bus. Data bus is what? Microcontroller 8051 comprises of 8 bits data bus. It is employed to the card data. Then next one is oscillator. We all know that what is oscillator. Oscillator is what? Oscillator is a digital circuit or piece of equipment which needs a timer for its function. So for this function, microcontroller 8051 consists of an on-chip oscillator or that toils as a time source for CPU. So the CPU is central processing unit. As the productivity thumbs of the oscillator, they are steady as a result, or it facilitates harmonized employment of all pieces of the microcontroller. Then next one is input output ports. So as we acquainted with the microcontroller is employed in embedded systems to manage the functions of devices. Thus, to gather it to the machinery, gadgets or peripherals, we need input-output interfacing ports in microcontroller. So, for this function, microcontroller 8051 consists of 4 input-output ports to UniKit or to other peripherals. Then next one is timers and counters. We all timers means what? In 8051 microcontroller, which is incorporate with the 16-bit counters and timers. So these counters are separated into 8-bit registers. So these timers are utilized for the measuring the interval or to find out the pulse width of the controller. So this is all about architecture of microcontroller. The remaining part of the architecture we will cover in next lecture. So I hope guys you all understand what is the architecture of microcontroller. So if you have any query, you can contact me anytime. So thank you very much. Have a good day.